I totally do. As we this, it just cracks me up because I think where my brain is at through all of this is realizing how, as we get older, we're more aware of when we have our cringy moments, but it doesn't mean that we don't have them and they can't be awful.
Yeah.
It's just as soon as they happen, or we're more aware of like the people that we care about and their fate, like identifying their facial reactions of like, oh my God, you are going there.
Yeah.
You are a fucking shitstorm. Like I literally feel like sometimes like the storm is going and I'm splattering shit on people and they're looking at me going, okay. But anyway, okay. So from shit tornadoes to
This is a shit tornado, though.
this is a shit tornado, guys.
It wasn't that bad, actually, though.
We are going from Kansas City shit tornadoes to Beverly Hills.
Oh, yes.
Shit tornadoes. I swear to God. So this is the finale of The Real Housewives. And we're here with Chelsea and me. We are wrapping up this season with a big ass freaking bow with a dangling Chinese hair ornament from it. With a braid that Dorit would be wearing.
Yeah.
The hair this season.
The hair this season, these ladies are like, they're ornate. They're pulling out the big guns and they're competing a little bit against each other with who can have the craziest hair.
I mean, it's wigs. It's hair pieces.
It's all the jewelry on the hair.
It's barrettes with your name on it.
Oh, yes. I think Garcelle wore one this season. It said
she wore 15 down her head.
Yes, she did. But the words, I think she said something like sexy daddy or sexy mommy or something like that. I'm like, that's out of character for Garcelle.
It totally is. I mean, God love the hair, but it really is nuts. And the other big hair this season was the side part with the big chunk of bang that wrapped and curled around the ear.
Dorit, Erica, yeah.
Even Kyle got into that. Kyle got into it too. And
she did.
So we know we've got some hair for this final finale, but we're going to start from the beginning.
Yes.
So we have got everyone getting ready for this Chinese New Year that Crystal is hosting. Crystal's hosted a lot of parties this year.
She said she loves to host. She will host other friends' birthday parties. She loves to host. I really like Crystal, by the way.
Oh, I do too. And
she's grown on me.
I want her to be my freaking friend. I mean, they went to, what is it, Shan or Sean?
Yeah.
Where Kill Bill was filmed. I was like, how freaking dope is that?
Like the perfect location for a Chinese New Year party.
And she did everything from the cherry blossoms to these beautiful like suckers or candy of the
candy
year.
maker.
So what are you? What year are you? I'm the year of the snake.
Oh shoot, I didn't look that up. Should I look it up?
You should look it up. Look it up now while I dish about now the pre-planning for this. And then the fact that her mom came. I love that mom has a boyfriend that's Asian named Marshall.
Yes. He was cute though.
He was super cute.
He was so cute. Okay, I'm a goat.
You're a goat.
I'm a goat.
What year is that?
1991.
What year are you, Aaron? 97. What's the year? What's his year?
97. And what were you?
I'm the year of the snake, 77.
February? What? 10. You're an ox. So this was the ox
this
too.
Was your year? All right.
Yeah. It's a year of, what did she say it was? Something like support or,
I don't know. I've got to read. I was so enmeshed in the drama.
Yeah.
That unfortunately,
I think we were all anticipating a ton of drama, and then we were like, "Oh God, it's gonna happen," and then it just really.
It really didn't happen. It was like, it was like when you think you've got gas and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to let it rip. And then it just kind of goes.
That is a really funny analogy. It was
like a fart that just kind of got not silent but deadly either. It didn't stink. She squeezed it in. I don't know. So, all right. So from farts to shit tornadoes to Let's talk about Kathy's spec house before we get into the party.
Oh my God.
I love how she
53 million or something.
53 million, 18,000 square feet.
Good Lord.
And apparently they were going to build this house for them. But then Rick was like, there's so many memories, Kathy, here. And their house is funny because it's one of those houses that I believe to be like the Playboy Mansion.
Yes.
I'm sure that it looks amazing at first, but it probably is so old and has so much like years of history, collector's items.
I think that's why I think she wanted to upgrade and like, let's modernize our home situation a little bit. And he's
Rick was like, nope,
no, I'm
tired.
I want to stay here. Yeah.
Yeah. Rick is, I've seen a few pictures of Rick Hilton lately and it looks like Rick,
he's aged.
He looks like he's been through the ringer with good old Paris.
Yeah.
And Nikki.
I want to get to know him.
And Kathy. I mean, Kathy's a tall.
I freaking love her so much.
She is. I'd love to see Rick make an appearance next season.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think he would be an interesting man.
I think he's so not interested in this.
No, I think
he's like,
he's so above it.
You got it. You can bring Elliot with you to the dinner party.
I mean, when she brought Elliot, who P.S. I died that it's the same Elliot that was at the Coke party.
Yeah.
Well, or the alleged Coke party.
Yeah. Well, wait, okay, backtrack. Was Renna asking Dorit if she was doing Coke in the bathroom? Oh, do you think she did?
I mean,
is Dorit that kind?
You know, I don't think anyone ever is that kind.
Yeah.
I think they all have that side of them.
Really? See, I could never picture her doing that.
Oh, I totally could.
You could?
Come on, PK, Boy George.
Yeah,
you don't have
that's
like,
true.
And again, she's glamorous. I don't think she probably did it with her kids there.
Yeah.
And if she did, then you know the nannies had them and they had no clue. Again, I don't put it past anyone. I also don't judge anyone if, this is the caveat, if their children never see them do it.
Yeah.
And government officials don't see them do it and they don't hurt anyone. I mean, at the end of the day, people party all the time. Unfortunately, I have to admit I have partied in my life. I can't ever say I won't do it again.
Yeah.
I'm not my best person when I do it. And I certainly wouldn't do it around children.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was wild. And he is a piece of work.
Elliot?
I mean, Elliot is a super diva.
I'm probably jumping ahead, but I died when we were sitting at the dinner, at the Chinese New Year, and we're talking about a clean slate, and Sutton decides to talk to Erica in front of everyone. She has good intentions. I think she desperately wants to smooth this over because she feels very awkward. And it got dead silent because Erica didn't say anything back to her, and Elliot whispers to Kathy, Kath, I didn't hear what they said. She goes, I'll tell you in a little bit. I love them so much. Kathy she made this season. Her little remarks that she has no intention of being funny with.
She's the MVP.
I'm rolling. Yeah.
I actually love to the moment where, well, we are getting ahead. Put a pin in it.
Okay, let's put a pin in it.
Remind me of the moment that Kathy tells Erica, let's go listen to what the girls are saying.
Oh my.
We've got to talk about that. Stirring the pot.
Stirring that pot.
Freaking love it. So let's go back to, all right, this party has started.
Yeah.
We're again watching all of these women in glam.
Let's talk about their glam.
Oh my God. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's go through each of them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the twinsies first.
Yes.
Kyle and Erica.
Yes.
They basically are the red and black version of each other.
Yes.
Here's my question. The hair, are we getting into that Kim Kardashian, like I am trying to assimilate with a culture.
Yeah.
Like that hair was.
I think they were trying to be like geisha-esque. I don't know.
It was bad hair. It looked like a really bad updo with a really bad hair fall in the back.
Yeah.
I hated that. I thought they were the ugliest sin.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather see them in buns and chopsticks.
I would love that. I love me some chopsticks. You know, back in the day, I had my hair rolled with some chopsticks in it.
Like,
no
do
lie.
that. We don't need.
Maybe I'll do that next.
I mean,
next
it
episode.
was too much. It looked like bad pageant hair. It
Yeah.
reminded me of like something Jean-Benet Phillips would wear. In her hair.
So I did kind of like Erica's red underneath. Like she had some red shadow underneath her
she looked
eyes.
like she did too much coke in the bathroom.
Oh, really?
I hate to
See,
say that.
I didn't like the hair. That I didn't love the dress.
No,
but the makeup was for this occasion. I thought the makeup looked
It
better
was
than
fun.
normal.
It was kabuki-esque. I get it. I thought the dresses on both of them were very unflattering.
Yeah, I thought Kyle's was like a little boring. It was just black with black sequins, but she tends to play it safer.
She does.
But let's talk about,
Dorit just looked like she was from the 1950s.
It was
like she
weird.
was going to dance the freaking soft shoe with PK and, I literally thought Fred Astaire was going to come like and dance with her.
I
was weird.
expected way more from her. She would have been the type that had some chopsticks in her hair.
Yeah, it was.
She had that like faux fur sash. It was like that white. It might not have been faux.
Well, again, why not do all the weird braids she does?
Yes, that's like the time to do it. Those pigtails.
Yeah,
that would have been way more.
Kill Bill it out.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about Rinna.
Rinna. Oh God. Rinna's wig looked like a Halloween wig.
It was not like in the pictures that she posted, it looked better.
Yeah.
And
then her ears. What is with this weird thing with your hair in front and elf ears sticking out the side?
Yeah.
She's so beautiful. It just looked like it looked like a wig. You know those movies where like they're like hiding from the law and they go to like
yes,
like
and they just put a wig on. Yeah. But her body is sickening.
Yeah, and that the outfit was cool, but it looked like something off of Star Trek.
It did. It wasn't very, it wasn't very of the theme.
Again, beautiful, stunning body. She's gorgeous.
Her body's
you can put a
insane
bad wig on and call it Uma.
Yeah.
And you know what? She'll still show me up any day.
Yeah.
Then we have Garcelle, and Garcelle looked beautiful.
She did look beautiful.
It was a lot of volume in the clothes, and I thought it was really appropriate because it kind of matched Crystal's vibe.
Yes.
Crystal looked like Dolce Gabbana.
I loved
right off the runway. She looked great.
But it was her party, so I expected her. And she wore Chinese designer. She just she really got it covered. Loved it. I didn't hate Sutton's outfit.
Sutton looked great. Sutton looked great, and she did her regular braid off the side. She does a lot. She actually rocks the braid into that side hair thing. Usually I think it looks a little like, it reminds me of like a Nashville like singer, but she looks pretty classy for the most part. And she does well with her aesthetic, even though it's not mine.
Yeah.
In the beginning I couldn't handle her puffer sleeves, but now I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. I actually love Sutton now too.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm cool with her fashion. I'm down with it. At least she's got an aesthetic.
She does. She has a style.
She really does.
Okay, so
Kathy Hilton's dress was a little weird though. Love you, Kathy, but
but I didn't like the dress.
Not into it.
I liked Elliot's suit though.
Elliot's suit rocked my jock.
Yeah,
he was great.
He was the MVP of this dinner. Okay, can we talk a little bit about Garcelle going up to Rinna, their little powwow?
That was the most awkward. And Garcelle knew the answer.
She did. But you know what I do love about Garcelle? That girl rides hard for, is that the right word to say?
She does. She rides hard for her best friend.
She does.
She does.
I really like that she's still trying. She's defending Denise till the end, and I think Denise will really appreciate that.
I want Denise back on.
You do?
I really do. I want her back on, and I want her to be a little, I want her to get her little ragamuffin butt back on, and I want her to be a little bit more sassy. The thing is that she can definitely dish it out. I think she just got worried about her family, her reputation.
Yeah.
And frankly, that woman has been through the ringer with Charlie freaking Sheen.
I cannot imagine having to deal with him and have 2 kids with him.
I just wish
two girls.
I know. That would be tough.
That would be
and
really
they're in the
tough.
news right now too. I only wish her. She's somebody who I actually really wish well. I like her. I just feel like she just needs to live her best life, and Brandy Glanville needs to be far away. She's gross.
Terrible.
Can't do her.
Okay, back to the dinner. We stuck a pin in it from earlier, but can we take the pin out?
We can. Oh, so this whole speech thing. By the way, Crystal's hub comes in and he's like, So setting it up. He totally set it up.
I'm like, Rhobh, no.
It was like Andy Cohen sent him a text and be like, this is your speech.
Yeah.
I want all the women to be rubbed completely the wrong way. And he's like, okay, Andy, I'll do it for you.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, I liked, I don't remember what Crystal said, but I know. We were focused on Rhobh.
I know.
He's been totally in the background of this whole season, and then he had his moment to shine.
She was super sweet. She gave a big history of the Chinese New Year. She gave all the women the money and the weird dragon that startled Kyle.
That was hilarious. That's something I would do. I get startled very easily. So when she did, I was like, girl, that would have been me too.
But then it just got so strange because again, they did this all season, and I think it's like a shtick that the producers are like, we're going to be at dinner, and we're either going to play a game, we're going to ask a question, we're going to have everyone go around and offer one thing up. It's like this awkward moment where everyone's like, okay, we're having dinner now. Yeah. Okay, so we're each going to go around and tell each other why we hate each other. I'm like, who the fuck does that in real life? Nobody does.
Nobody does. But they got to have some drama. And it was going to go there, but they really did not. I think it's because Crystal said that it's superstitious that if you fight on Chinese New Year, or however you start Chinese New Year is how it's going to be. And they're all terrified of a bad year. So totally. Erica was like, I have nothing to say. And PK was like, talking to her on the side, and I was, you laughed at her behind her back. Don't try to act like you're there for her.
He totally was. He played the two-faced card so quickly. He did. But let's rewind back to Sutton being like, I do want to make this year coming up the best, and we have no drama. We leave it in the background, and and again, she started to go on and on a little bit too long and talking about how she was getting confused. And I'm like, let's just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just say, let's move forward. But she started to go on some diatribe and kind of lost me, and she lost the people at the table. And then she asked this funky question after describing way too deeply like how she was feeling. Yeah. And then here's Erica with her no comment self.
Yeah.
And literally no comment. That silence was so awkward.
And it was probably longer in person.
And then Kyle, oh my God, what the hell was Kyle doing?
She was for sure stirring the pot. She definitely did.
That was so weird in the bathroom with her. I was like, she takes Sutton aside, and obviously yet again Kyle is setting it up to where she's wanting Sutton and Erica to have some moment. And then she goes, oh, I don't know why it didn't go well.
Yeah.
I'm like, just stay out of it.
Yeah. But then Kathy, so then they go get their desserts. And Kathy was like, me and you are very similar. Oh, and then she said, this is what I would do. I would go over there and just listen. And she's like, really? So they go over and they're just listening. And Sutton's like, she's like, we were just, actually, or maybe it was Kyle. We were just talking about you too. And Sutton's like, we need to talk. Anyways,
it was weird because again, what I felt like was the producers whispered in Kathy's ear, you need to get everyone set up so we can get the final shot.
Yep.
So we can go through each girl. Yeah. And they do the whole Crystal is going to have the best Chinese New Year. And next year, she's not going to wear her weird pants, but she's going to wear, I mean, like the ending where they basically end this season and go through each individual person and give like some kind of funny, cheeky little one-liner.
Yeah.
That's how it felt when they put them all in that group. It's like they all lined up, and you even see Dorit off to the side being like nudged to be like, oh, it's my turn to go over now because we got to close out the season. It was an awkward ending.
It was. And something that I hope for next season is I want Dorit to have a bigger storyline. When they were going through the people, I was like, gosh, Dorit really doesn't have like, other than a Nectaria collection.
That was her whole and her whole story arc was her dresses.
Yeah.
And I love how, again, they go, well, she's going to be wearing a dress for the reunion called The Reunion by PK. I'm like, I mean, talk about axing her off. They're either setting her up to get off the show.
Really, I would be sad because I look forward to her looks.
I do too.
Even sometimes they're weird. They're interesting to look at.
But
she's such a beautiful.
She is, and
person.
She seems like a cool individual for the most part.
Yeah.
She tried to have a storyline this year with Garcelle, but it felt like a storyline.
Yeah.
And then
she did, yes.
It really felt like her whole thing just felt very planned.
I hope they don't get rid of her.
I think she has a potential to go on the chopping block because she got a little too much like Lisa Vanderpump towards the end, where Lisa was really trying to control her storyline.
Yeah.
And I think that
I think so too.
And Rinna's getting dangerously close to that.
Yeah. And I think that's why Kyle's stirring the pot. Kyle does not want to get off the show.
She doesn't. She loves it.
She was like the one that started the show.
And she wants, I think her goal is to get Kim back on. I think the three of them, I would actually like to see Kim because Kim's kind of a disaster.
She is such a disaster.
And the bunny moment, I mean, come on. That will go down as one of my favorite moments.
Tear.
The single tear. That is reunion freaking top 10 moments.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I don't think she's coming back on at all because Kyle and Kim were just on Watch What Happens Live. Kyle and Kathy were just on Watch What Happens Live. And I think they probably tried to get Kim to be the bartender on the show. And they didn't. They just had a cardboard cutout of Kim.
Saw that. I was wondering.
So I'm like, gosh, that would have been perfect. But I don't think she's coming back.
That's so interesting.
I don't think she's mentally there.
Yeah, she probably isn't. She's been through a lot.
She has. Can we just like foreshadow or talk predictions about the reunion for 2 minutes?
P.S. though, my favorite bad line of this whole finale was Sutton saying, "I'm like Tom Petty. I won't back down."
Oh man.
I mean, I'm sorry. That was absolutely like the bow on the season of how overproduced this show was. I'm like, who the hell fed that poor woman that line?
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, so let's do predictions. All right, my first prediction is that I think we are actually going to see Kyle get served a little bit. I don't know.
From Erica?
I don't know. But I think she's going to be served up. I don't know if she's going to be for dinner, for lunch. Maybe Kyle will do the serving, but I think Kyle is going to have a big part in this reunion.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be the secret. I don't know if she's going to be an MVP of it. I think the MVP might be Sutton. I think Sutton's going to come out guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
Because she's validated in all of what she said about Erica.
Yeah.
She's a lot of support coming from the Bravo fans.
Yeah.
I think the dud of this reunion, I actually...
You think it'll be Dorit?
I don't think so. I think Dorit's going to try to come out a few swings because she's fighting for her spot still on the show.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to go for it. I mean, you already saw some of her big eye reactions and like freaking her mouth. And I mean, her eyes were like popping out of her sockets just in the few clips that I saw. I was like, okay, Dorit, calm down.
Yeah.
We like you enough. Most of the Bravo fans want you on there, but she's going to come out fighting and swinging. I actually think Rinna's going to be the dud.
Probably because she's not going to say anything against Erica. But something that's surprising that I've seen in the previews is I think that Crystal and Erica get into like a little. I think Erica is just like she's all on defense right now.
Yeah,
like
she's got to be.
She's like. And everything is defensive.
Yeah, and she's I think she's going to be she's either going to make up for her bad behavior and not give us what we want, or she's going to set herself on fire.
I heard that Andy Cohen is like really, really hard on her. He's like, I know what you make. So
oh wow.
Did you see that 3-minute long preview?
I did, but I didn't remember that section. I can't wait. That actually gives me a little bit of goosebumps.
He's like, I know how much you make, so tell us more. Like, where's this money coming from?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. I know that I've heard that Erica really goes at it with Kyle and Dorit.
Yeah.
I saw a little sweet moment with Kyle and Kathy. crying.
Good.
And they're sitting next to each other on the couch. I hope Rinna, like, I think that because of her support with Erica, she's had to dull her drama down a little bit.
Well, and honestly, I mean, not everyone can be the drama queen of the reunion. And plus, Rinna's really given us a lot in last seasons. I mean, come on. She's the MVP. She is the MVP of a few reunions. I mean, the single tear and the bunny is one.
Oh my God, that was amazing. I want to go watch that again.
Me too. And the signature own it phrase. Like, she has given us a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with her not being the MVP. The only thing about it is that I just hope she doesn't Vanderpump it and pump herself out.
Yeah.
Because it stinks. Because I miss Lisa Vanderpump, old school Lisa.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of the
Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, and I love Lisa. She's a class act, but I also understand when the reality is out of you.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I want to go the high road. It's not fun to go dig dirty. And unfortunately, you know, we're here to like see people stir the pot. We also want people to be vindicated. But when you're always kind of playing that mid-level line, you know, you lose an audience. You do.
Yeah, for sure. And you lose interest. Like, people lose interest in you.
Totally.
And I now that you've said that about Dorit, I really do feel like that's what's happening too. She is trying to control her storyline. So we'll see what happens.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
Because to her defense, I mean,
she's got fame kind of now, like Instagram fame that the show gave her, but like I think she's probably ready to like take that on her own.
Exactly. And again, she went through hell with PK with.
I don't know how I missed that. I think I did not watch a season or two.
Yeah.
I think I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
But
she went through hell. And I mean, they went through the lawsuit. I mean, their marriage was up front and center. She was the piñata for a lot of the women on that show for a while. And then she came out and she rose above it. Unfortunately, I don't think she wants to be the piñata ever again.
Yeah.
But she also doesn't want to be an Erica or a Rinna going for the jugular.
Yeah.
Because I think she understands about what it feels like to be the piñata of the group.
Yeah.
So like her hits are there and they're annoying.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them, but they're not ones that cut so deep that, you know, you're like, I hate her.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what, you know, we love to hate people and we love to see an underdog like come back. So we'll see what next season is going to be like. But for now, we are going to call this a season. We are going to come back to review the reunion. And boy, I cannot wait to see.
Me too.
I hope these women bring it.
Yeah, I'm excited to. I've already seen some of the looks, but I can't wait to see them like actually sitting there with Andy, and it'll be good.
I can't wait to have Andy in it because Andy knows how to freaking he likes to dig in there. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for hanging in there with us all season long. There has been some ups and downs. I promise you that me and Chelsea will definitely bring our A game to the reunion show. We are going to be taking notes. We are going to be deep diving into their Instagrams and social media, and we'll be giving you our feedback here in Kansas City. The Real Housewives right here. I love it. Other than that, please hit the like, subscribe button and send us some love. Anything. We love to hear from you guys. See you later.